Welcome to PR Mastery, a channel for public relations professionals and others who want to learn about and master public relations. Even though I received my bachelor's degree in journalism with an emphasis in public relations, when I got into the field in the early 2000s, I realized I was good at pitching and writing, but I didn't know about PR strategies and theories. And the organizations I was working for didn't either. We were just basically pitching machines. Now, this was before social media, and as long as stories were published in different media outlets, my bosses and clients were happy. But I knew something was missing, so I took the online accreditation in public relations course through PRSA. There's a lot of information to cover over the 10-week course, and the assisting course practitioners don't have time to delve into everything the course covers. I've taken the course numerous times, and I have created this channel to simplify the terms and fully explain theories and concepts that my APR study buddies and I have struggled to understand. I have no affiliation with PRSA, although I've been a member of the organization, and I've not yet taken the APR exam. But I plan to do so at the end of this year, 2024. Having said all that, this is my plan to study with other people, with you all, and so we can both learn together. So let's get started. This video is about Walter Lippmann's 7 C's of communication, and it's one of the topics you could be tested on in the APR exam. If you research the 7 C's of communication, you're likely to come across a variety of versions. But if you're working in PR, you need to know the 7 C's created by the American journalist, former American journalist, and political commentator Walter Lippmann. Now, these are Lippmann's 7 C's of communication: credibility, capability, context, clarity, continuity, content, and channels. I have created a mnemonic device with the help of other study buddies, and this is my version. We've all tweaked it. I have the capability and credibility in a PR context to provide clear and continuous content for a variety of channels. Okay, the words are really clarity and continuity, but I changed them from nouns to adjectives to use them logically in a sentence to remember them. I've written the sentence below in the description for you, but now let's discuss what these words actually refer to. Credibility means the receiver of the message must believe the sender has credibility and is competent in the topic. So when I practice PR, I typically prefer that the person who has the authority on a topic be the spokesperson, because that person has a lot more credibility than a PR spokesperson. Capability refers to the receiver's capability of understanding the message. For example, if your message has to do with technology and the intended receiver is a layperson, mention the ways that the technology will help them in their daily tasks rather than talking about a product's features like gigabytes, CPUs, and RAM. Lay people typically don't understand those terms, so don't use them. Now, of course, if your intended receivers are technology professionals, by all means use technical terms because they're capable of understanding them. The word context refers to a topic or scenario at hand. The dictionary meaning of the word context is the set of circumstances or facts that surround a particular event. In Lippmann's 7 C's of communication, the word context still refers to a particular event that is topical. A PR practitioner named Stacy Govea explained Lippmann's meaning of the word context as something topical. For example, a few weeks ago, after a bridge collapsed, many stories were published about the hazards of bridges and measures that need to be taken. Normally, major media outlets don't publish stories about bridges, but when they become topical, stories follow. Now, had you been doing PR for a company that made a safety product or service for a bridge, that would have been a great time to convey that message. But if you can't think of a message that is topical for your product and your audience, don't publish or pitch one until you can think of something that your audience can relate to. Clarity just refers to making your message clear and simple. As my old journalism teacher used to say, use a 1-cent word, not a $5 word. He meant use words that people understand. So rather than saying he received remuneration for his services, say he received payment for his services. And for better clarity, I'd go even one step further and say Bob received payment for mowing the lawn. That's a simple, clear sentence. Continuity refers to putting out messages continually and ensuring they link to one another. So if we do PR for a company that makes baseballs, our messages somehow have to link back to baseballs. We could create content on baseball stitching, pitchers, hitters, catchers, ballparks, famous baseball players, pitching instructions, and lots more. But they all have to link back to the importance of a good baseball. If we suddenly provide content on rocks, unless your story is on a rocky baseball field, there's no continuity because rocks typically have no connection to baseball. Content refers to the content that you delivered, your article, blog post, video, podcast, or social media post. In marketing organizations, the word content is often referred to as assets. Channels. Now, in this context, meaning Lippmann's 7 C's, the word channels refers to using channels that are appropriate for your message and intended audience. If you represent a music company that has just released newly discovered recordings by Pavarotti, you're not going to pitch that news to a media source whose target audience is country music fans. You're going to need to publish and pitch the news of the recordings to outlets that target opera and classical music fans. So that's it for the 7 C's and for my very first YouTube video. I'll add a link to these slides in the description below. I'd love to hear how you've been using or you plan to use Lippmann's 7 C's in your PR practice in the comments below. I'm new here, so please hit the like button and subscribe. That way we can grow this community and you'll be notified of upcoming videos on mastering PR. Thank you so much for studying with me and come back soon.